शानदार मैनेजमेंट हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं। उस कंपनी के स्टॉक ने पिछले एक साल में ज़बरदस्त वैल्यू क्रिएट की है और बहुत ही प्रतिष्ठित ग्रुप की बिलोंग करती है। मैं बात कर रहा हूँ सीएट की। स्टॉक करीब करीब 60% पिछले 52 वीक्स में चला है, 2200 रुपये के ऊपर। और कंपनी के ग्रुप सीएफओ मिस्टर सुबैया हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं बात करने के लिए। कुमार जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया ईटी नाउ स्वदेश पे बात करने के लिए। सबसे पहले मैं ये जानना चाहूँगा आपसे कि आपके सारे सेगमेंट्स के जो टायर्स के सारे सेगमेंट्स हैं, उसमें ओईएम डिमांड, रिप्लेसमेंट डिमांड, जब आप अपने बड़े क्लाइंट्स के साथ बैठते हैं तो क्या विजिबिलिटी मिल रही है? पिछले कुछ क्वार्टर्स में काफ़ी अच्छा रिबाउंड आया, क्या ये सस्टेनेबल दिख रहा है आगे साइकिल?
Okay, see, if you really look at our last 3 years, okay, and we have grown strongly. And 2 years back, our growth was 14% in the year 2020, 21, 21, 22, we grew by about 21%. And in the 20 year went by, 22, 23, we grew by about 22%. So we have been growing, and the growth that we had achieved in the previous 3 years had both price growth as well as volume growth. Coming into the current year, we expect that growth to be more on volumes, little less on price. That's the way we see. And to your question, how are we seeing the market? I think replacement market is kind of stable. In case of two-wheelers, we are seeing some growth over the same period of last year because of a lower base, and there is some festive demand both for two-wheelers as well as passenger car from OEM side that would certainly help us to deliver certain growth, and also for those categories from the OEM's point of view would be growing. Commercial category of tires, which is trucks and bus, LCVs, is kind of a stable. Current quarter is more or less in line with the last quarter. In the two-wheeler growth in the replacement market, we are seeing it largely because of some recovery in the rural side, and we are also seeing growth in the passenger car, thanks to good demand from EV side and non-EV vehicles, where the tires are to be replaced. In case of international business exports, okay, and after a challenging last year due to geopolitical reasons, we are seeing growth from Q1 onwards. So it's a mixed bag. Replacement is seeing growth in some categories. OEM is seeing growth in passenger categories. In international business, some of the geographies are coming back to the normal levels, and therefore overall we are able to see a small, mid-single-digit kind of a growth.
राइट, तो ठीक है, आपने ये बताया कि कहीं ना कहीं आपको टू व्हीलर डिमांड तो अच्छी दिख रही है और एक्सपोर्ट का भी आपने बताया, लेकिन आप एक चीज़ समझना चाहेंगे मिस्टर सुबैया कि आपके आरएम प्राइसेस किस तरह से, रॉ मटेरियल प्राइसेस किस तरह से दिख रहे हैं? क्योंकि थोड़ा सा इंक्रीज तो है रबर प्राइसेस में अब तक, जो एक ट्रेंड सा दिख रहा है। और दूसरी क्या एक वरी हो सकती है कि कहीं ना कहीं चाइना की डिमांड अगर वापस आती है, वो एक इंटरनेशनल प्राइसेस पे थोड़ा प्रेशर डाल सकता है?
Rubber prices, natural rubber prices have been more or less stable in the last 6 months period. Okay, in the 6 months period, there were weeks, days where the international prices moved up or down, but it's been reasonably stable, except in the last 2-3 weeks where we saw a jump of about $100 in the international prices. So and the local prices have been more or less mirroring international prices and stable. So the concern is not so much on the international prices of natural rubber. It's more about the fact that crude prices have moved up. Crude, as we speak today, it's crossed about $90 level. It's almost at 9-month high. And if it sustains, it'll have some impact on the overall raw material cost, which is something which needs to be mitigated in the coming quarter if we are able to see that crude oil sustaining. Crude was largely hovering around $75 to $80 level for most part of the current calendar year. Now it's inched up to 90. That's more of concern than the natural rubber.
सर, मिस्टर सुबैया, पहले एक कंसर्न रहता था कि जो चाइनीज़ टायर है वो मार्केट को काफ़ी डिस्टर्ब करते थे। क्या आप उसकी सिचुएशन बता सकते हैं कि या उस तरह की सिचुएशन अभी भी है या उसमें बहुत इम्प्रूवमेंट हुआ है?
The impact has always been on the truck and bus tires, and not in two-wheelers or not in passenger car in the past. So therefore, and after government introduced anti-dumping duty on import of truck and bus radial tires from China, and subsequently with some non-tariff barrier related restrictions on other category of tires, the import from China remained stable, or in fact it came down and it remained stable. But we're also seeing some kind of an increase in the import of tires from Southeast Asian countries like Thailand. Okay, and as of now, it is not impacting our part of the business so much. But going into the future, we need to see in the event that the trend shows upward movement.
ओके ठीक है मिस्टर सुबैया, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक यू वेरी मच। आज आपने समय निकाला, हमसे बातचीत की, हमारे क्वेश्चंस के जवाब दिए, क्लियरेंस रखी अपनी कंपनी की। बहुत शुक्रिया सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.